Welcome back to Grade 7 Science, Unit number 1, Life Systems. This is lesson number 2.4, a first look at succession. We see things changing and growing every day. Grass and plants grow in a yard or a park. People grow up and move away. Houses get torn down and get replaced by new buildings. All of these changes lead to a bigger change in an area. Just looking at this picture here with the building being demolished, I want you to think about this question. Can you think of any changes that have happened in your community? I want you to put the video on pause so that you can think of any changes that have happened in your community, and you are certainly most welcome to stick your head out your bedroom door and call on your parents or an older relative to tell you about any changes that they've seen which have happened in your community. So please put the video on pause now so that you can jot down your responses to this question. All right, looking forward to hearing your responses in tomorrow's class, but for now, let's proceed. An ecosystem changes all of the time. Some of the changes are quick, while other changes are slow. Sometimes new plants grow quickly, while in some cases it takes many years before a new type of plant appears in the ecosystem. The gradual process by which species replace other species in an ecosystem is called succession. During succession, a species can change its environment. This change can lead to new species moving into the ecosystem. If changes like this are done slowly over time, the result is a stable ecosystem in which there are few further changes. Succession can be a very slow process, taking hundreds or thousands of years. Succession can take place wherever plants can grow, even in open water. Other organisms are attracted to plants and they move into the ecosystem. These new organisms can in turn help other types of plants and animals to grow in the ecosystem. As long as this is done slowly, the effects will be positive. For example, a forest can regrow into a healthy ecosystem after a major disaster. But if succession happens too quickly, it can result in new species entering the ecosystem and hurting the species that already live there. Just take a look at this image here. You're looking at an image of a zebra mussel. Zebra mussels started showing up in the Great Lakes in 1988. It is believed that they attached themselves to boats that were traveling to the St. Lawrence Seaway. Zebra mussels are considered super pests because they tie up pipelines and attach themselves to boats and ships. Also, they are believed to produce botulism, which kills different species of birds living in the Great Lakes. All right, folks, so just in closing, going back to the discussion we had at the start of this lesson, number one, how do you feel that the changes which took place in your community were helpful to humans or animals or the environment? And second, how do you feel that the changes which took place in your community were hurtful to humans, animals, the environment? What you're going to do is put the video on pause so that you can write down your responses to these two questions. Again, you will need to know of at least a couple of changes that have taken place in your community in order to answer these two questions. So when you're ready, please put the video on pause so that you can write down your responses. If you don't feel ready to do this yet, it means you need to go back, listen to this video at least one more time. And then when you are confident, please put the video on pause. All right, I look forward to hearing your responses to the first question about changes you've seen in your community, as well as your thoughts on how those changes were helpful and hurtful to humans, animals, the general environment in your community. But until we meet again, this concludes today's video.